Signing a historic strategic defense agreement, which we just signed a little while ago. So congratulations, it's our great honor.
So the US and Saudi Arabia are warming up. You can forget the freeze under Joe Biden. It's now full steam ahead. And what does that mean for the rest of the world? Also, how should India see this reset? For the world, two things matter. First is the impact on the energy market. The US is the largest oil producer in the world. They've held this position since 2018, and Saudi Arabia is the second largest producer. Put together, the US and Saudi Arabia pump out around 32% of the global output, meaning they can influence our oil prices. Until recently, the US and Saudi Arabia disagreed on oil production. Former President Joe Biden wanted to increase output, but Crown Prince MBS disagreed. Under Donald Trump, that may not happen. And we saw a glimpse of that in April this year. Out of nowhere, Saudi Arabia increased its oil production. So naturally, global prices fell. A few weeks later, it became clear why they did it. Because Trump had decided to visit Riyadh for his first bilateral trip as president. And that is the first outcome of this reset, more cooperation on oil. Secondly, it signals more US commitment to West Asia, which is a bit confusing, by the way, because in the last decade, Washington announced its big pivot. It promised to reduce its presence in West Asia and to focus more on the Indo-Pacific. That's what the Americans decided to do. Trump himself championed that cause. He talked about stopping the endless wars in West Asia. But his recent actions signal a change. First, he deployed the US military against Iran. Then he signed a mutual defense deal with Qatar. Basically, he promised to defend Qatar if attacked. And now he's upgraded his ties with Saudi Arabia. All of this signals renewed American interest in the region. Which brings us to the second question. What does this mean for India? Well, there's a good part and a bad part. The good part is this. India has close strategic ties with both the US and Saudi Arabia. We have an ambitious plan for West Asia. It's called the IMEC, the India Middle East Economic Corridor. This corridor connects India to Europe, and it goes directly via Saudi Arabia. The US is a key partner in this project. They will bring the technology and the political clout. So good US-Saudi ties are crucial to completing this project, the IMEC. If their ties are not good, the project may get cancelled. And it's not just IMEC. The US is a key part of India's West Asian engagement too. Just consider the I2U2. It has 4 member countries: Israel, India, the UAE, and the United States. This group is focused on commercial and technological cooperation in West Asia. So my point is quite simple. Closer US-Arab cooperation would not hurt India. In fact, it has multiple benefits for us. But there's a flip side too that features Pakistan. Israel's war has shaken up West Asian security. In the last 2 years, they attacked 5 Muslim countries. Israel attacked 5 countries: Syria, Yemen, Lebanon, Iran, and Qatar. Of course, all these countries are now worried. Other countries in the region are also worried. They want someone to guarantee their safety. Enter Pakistan. Islamabad has capitalized on this crisis. They are flaunting their position as the only Islamic nuclear country. And Arab leaders are buying it. In September, Saudi Arabia signed a mutual defense treaty with Pakistan. The text sounds a lot like NATO. This is what the treaty says, and I'm quoting, "Any aggression against either country shall be considered an aggression against both." Some say Pakistan will use its nukes to defend Riyadh. So do you see the emerging trend? Pakistan and Saudi Arabia are deepening ties. Pakistan and the US are deepening ties, and Saudi Arabia and the US are also deepening ties. It's almost like a new regional trio. We're seeing Pakistan and Saudi Arabia come under the same US umbrella. They're both wooing Donald Trump with deals. They're both major non-NATO allies. They're both seeking top US weapons. And they've both just turned around their ties with Washington. So will this new nexus worry India? Not yet. But there is one key aspect to watch out for, and that is hyphenation. In recent years, both the US and Saudi Arabia have dehyphenated India and Pakistan. What does that mean? It means the relations stand on their own merit. You deal with India alone and you deal with Pakistan alone. If that changes, then it should worry India. We've seen Trump flirt with some hyphenated language. We'll have to wait and see if Saudi Arabia does the same.
I was a revolutionary. I became a ruler. I claimed to protect my people. I terrorized them instead. I built palaces. I started wars. I lost everything. Some called me a defender of Arab pride. History remembers me as a dictator. Who am I?